Hello, this is Rachel with Mic Drop Miniatures, and today I'm going to show you how I made this. Hello, this is Rachel with Mic Drop Miniatures, and today I'm going to show you how I made this easy mattress using just a few materials. So typically when I made a mattress, I would take either foam core and I would wrap material around the foam core and then maybe back it with some heavy cardstock paper, or I would take a piece of wood and then wrap it around the material around wood. So this is just an easy way that I think you'd only need a few materials. You're just gonna need some material that you like. So I'm making a Valentine's Day theme. So this bed actually came in, if you're a subscriber, it would have came in your February 2023 subscription box. It's just a simple DIY and the simple mattress. So it was a breakfast in bed theme for Valentine's Day. So that's why I chose fabric for Valentine's Day. However, you can choose any fabric you want. You're also going to need some thread to match your material, a needle, and then some stuffing. So I just used this batting. You can, if you do have foam core, you could use that for the same technique. So it's going to look kind of like this. So you can use that as well. You're gonna need some scissors. You're gonna need a ruler, a cutting mat, only if you have a rotary fabric tool, and then a template. So the template for this bed that came in the subscription box, I measured it out and I added about 1 inch to each side. So I cut out a piece of cardstock that's 4 inches by 6.75. So let's get started. Move everything aside here. So the first thing you want to do is grab your material, and I cut some pieces kind of down to size. Oh, and one other thing you're going to need is some pins. Let's get the pins here. So it's really important that you take two, so I got 2 layers here with the print side together. And we are going to pin just so they don't slide. Just a few pins on each side. So yeah, I would take, if you have a different size bed, measure that bed and then add about 3/4 of an inch or an inch. And the reason for that is, let me show you. Like for example, with this mattress, it got really thick, so the material, it kind of shrunk width-wise and height-wise. So that's why I would add a little more to each dimension. All right, so now we are going to measure. I'm going to put down my template and I'm going to measure about 1/4 of an inch out on each side. So I guess I'll start down here. And so I'm going to measure 1/4 inch out this way, 1/4 inch this way, and then I'm going to cut. So now that I have that measured out, 1/4 inch border for each side, I'm just going to cut it out. I love to use my rotary tool, but you can definitely use scissors for this process. I hope you enjoy this DIY. I have to admit, I'm not the best sewer, but like I tell my kids, practice makes perfect, right? Well, that didn't work very well. Let's try that one more time. See, obviously I can't even use a rotary tool. No, but fabric is something that I've been wanting to get better at, and I do feel practice becomes perfect. Or if not perfect, at least better. So there's probably Advent sewers out there that are like, oh my God, what is she doing? But I make it work. So then what I want to do is put my template back on, and I just want to find out where those corners are, and we are going to clip them all off. So I am using pen here. Maybe that's not the best to use, but I feel like it's going to get covered anyway. So now that the corners are all clipped, you're going to go and sew all the way around, leaving that 1/4 inch border. So you can hand sew it. However, I'm going to cheat and I'm going to use my sewing machine. So I'll be right back. All right, I am back now, and I sewed all sides, except I did leave a gap here that you'll see, and I used dark thread so you could see my stitch. But it's important that you want to leave a hole so you can, one, flip it and to stuff it. So now that I have that part done, I think the most difficult part is next, but hopefully we'll get it here. We'll walk through it together. So what we're going to do in this next step is we're going to get this seam so it looks like it's thick, like a mattress. If you were just to leave it, you would have something, if you look at my pillow, where it sticks out. So this is the stitch that I'm going to teach you. So see how it kind of sticks in, and if you didn't do it, it would stick out, and I guess it wouldn't look as natural. So let's try that now. So here you can you can see it on this one too. It's basically you gather all 4 corners and you sew it together. And sorry for the close-up of my nails. I don't know how any creatives keep awesome nails. I feel like my nails always look like crap. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm gathering the material on both sides. So I'm pulling it apart, and I'm going to pinch it to the seams. So if I open up the seams here, and probably about 1/4 inch on each side. So if I got 1/4 inch here, pinch it, 1/4 inch on the other side, pinch it, and open up the seam. And then to hold it in place, I'm going to grab a pin, and about 1/4 inch down from my stitch, so probably about here, I'm going to pin it just so it stays together. All right, so as you can see, I have the backing pinched to the seam, which is open. And if I look at it, I feel like I gathered a little too much. So just try that again. Oh, I guess I was good. Just looked like it was big. So about 1/4 inch here and here, and gather it at the seams. All right. Then what you're going to do is you're going to sew the corners together. So this I'm going to hand stitch. So here I got my thread. I got a knot on the bottom. So about 1/8 of an inch down from your seam, probably right in between your needle and your stitch, you're going to run a stitch that runs parallel like this with your pin all the way across, zigzagging in and out. So when you're done, your stitch will be across like this. And the trick here is to try to keep a straight line as best as you can. Okay, once your piece is knotted into place, you can remove the pin, and it's gonna look something like this, with, if you can see, the stitch goes straight across. So now you're gonna do the same thing on this side, and this side. All right, now that we have it all done, what we are going to do is flip it inside out and reveal what we got. This is always the exciting part. So, oh, look at that corner. I love it. Love it. So if you don't like the result, you can always go back and redo it. No problem, just take this stitch out. I think these look great. Looks like a mattress to me. So next what we're going to want to do is stuff it. Now for this you don't need a lot of stuffing because you don't want your mattress to be too fluffy, too full. I mean, gonna look like someone's gonna jump in it and then just be so full they fall right out, right? So I would say a little bit goes a long way with this project. So let's see, if you kind of just feel it out, make sure to get it in the corners now. It'll be easier to get in the corners now than it will be later. And kind of just pull the stuffing apart. It'll be easier too in the end when you want to evenly get that through the whole mattress. Okay, when you think you're happy, so if you put a hole here, I feel like I'm a little light right here, so I'm gonna get a little more. And stick it down where it was a little light. All right, let's see how that feels. Okay. And this is when I would definitely take your bed or whatever couch, whatever you are putting it on, kind of do a test run, see if it's gonna fit. I think that looks perfect. And now what you're gonna do is do, I think they call it a ladder stitch or a invisible stitch, whatever you wanna call it. That's what we're gonna do over here on this end. If you have never done one, I will show you how I do it. Again, I am not the best sewer, but I feel like I make it work. Like I said, some of you are probably like professional sewers making so much fun of me. Like, what is she doing? Okay, so I'm gonna kind of get my stitch the way I want it. So I think this looks pretty good. All right, so this is how I start it. You're gonna knot your end. Okay, I'm gonna start with the knot down here so we can hide it. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. Okay, and come up. All right, so we're gonna pull it. Make sure to hide that knot so it's inside, so we don't wanna see that. All right, so now it is tight. So we're gonna come straight across, put it into this seam. Maybe I should have used a different color, and go parallel into the seam. You can see that. Pull it out. Okay, so we're gonna go straight across now onto this top seam, going in between, so you don't see it on that side and you don't see it in the middle. You're kind of going straight down. And then what you're going to do is come across. Oh, come on, Rachel. Go straight across and up. And then go over and straight down. Oh my gosh. My hands do not want to work for me today. Come on. There we go. And then we're going to go inside that seam, straight over. So you kind of see the pattern. And then other seam, over and across. back down to this seam and over. So I think you got the pattern now. And the trick with the ladder stitch is when you pull it, see, they'll disappear then. The seam will come together and they'll disappear. So let me go ahead and finish this up. All right, so that is my ladder stitch. Now that I have that done, we're almost done, I promise. So for this next step, to get it a little flatter, because right now it looks too thick, so you can do a different pattern. So here I did 2 on top, so 5. Here I just went straight down, and I have 8. I do like this because this one, see how the middle sits up a little too far? So I highly would recommend the 5. You can go ahead and punch it out like with a pencil, or you can just eyeball it. I will try to punch it out. So I'm gonna put one here, one here. Try to get the middle. Here and here. All right, so for this, I highly recommend that you double up your string, or use a thicker string. It'll just be easier and you won't have to go in and out so many times. So pretty big knot here, because you don't want it to poke through. You want it to stay. So I'm gonna go right where my dot is and try to go straight back. So you can kind of see on the other side, it's coming out in the same place about. Okay, pull it, and you're gonna do that 4 or 5 times. Always trying to get as close to the hole as possible. You can pull it pretty tight here. All right. So we'll do one more, and now we'll just close this off. This is how I close a knot. Make a loop, and then I just go through this hole twice and pull, and it makes a good knot. All right, so then you're just gonna do that the other 5 times. All right, there we go. So now what we can do is try to push around that foam, or that batting in there, just to try to even it out. So there you go, there's our cute mattress. And if you want to see it again, let's see how it fits. So cute. Here's our little pillow. So I did the pillow the same way. Just filled it and did that cross stitch, or that invisible ladder stitch on the other side, and that's how I created the pillow. So there you go. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked this DIY.